The fire that nearly led to the death of Princess Beatrice. On the night of the 31st of August 1892, Princess Beatrice, Queen Victoria's youngest and favoured daughter, narrowly escaped a deadly fire that broke out in her bedroom, the home of her German in-laws. The fire started around midnight due to a tragic mishap involving one of her maids. As the princess had already retired for the night, her maid brought a candle too close to the bed, accidentally igniting the mosquito netting. The flames quickly spread from the netting to the bed hangings, and within moments the entire bed was ablaze. Despite the sudden danger, the 35-year-old Princess Beatrice managed to act swiftly. She leaped from the burning bed, suffering only minor burns in the process, and she was rushed out of the room in nothing but her nightgown, leaving behind all of her belongings. Maintaining her composure amidst the chaos, Beatrice immediately alerted the rest of the household to the fire. At the time, her husband, Prince Henry of Battenberg, was not at the castle. He had been staying in a nearby shooting box in the woods, but upon hearing the alarming news, he hurried back to his wife's side. The household staff sprang into action, trying desperately to put out the flames. However, their efforts were hampered by a faulty water hose near Beatrice's bedroom, which failed to work. With the fire spreading rapidly, their attempts to control it were futile. By the time the fire brigade arrived half an hour later, the entire wing of the castle where Beatrice's room was located had been completely gutted by the fire. The disaster had serious consequences. 2 firefighters sustained burns during the operation and had to be relieved from their duties, though, fortunately, no other injuries were reported. However, the fire inflicted significant material losses on Princess Beatrice. All of her dresses and jewels were destroyed in the blaze, including 2 of her most treasured tiaras, the diamond star tiara and the fringe tiara. These were irreplaceable heirlooms that held immense sentimental value. The devastation of the princess's jewelry collection was especially profound. Her niece, Princess Victoria of Hesse, later recounted the extent of the damage, noting that Aunt Beatrice had lost nearly all of her jewels, which had been stored in a small case in her bedroom. Among the most significant losses were the fine pearls that had once belonged to Beatrice's grandmother, the Duchess of Kent. The fire had damaged the pearls so severely that they resembled parched peas. Although some pearls set in a bracelet initially appeared undamaged, their colour had turned from white to grey, and they disintegrated into powdered chalk when touched. A pair of exquisite emerald drops also split in 2, adding to the devastation of the princess's collection. Despite the irreplaceable loss of these heirlooms, there was a small consolation. Queen Victoria, deeply moved by her daughter's misfortune, gifted Beatrice a new set of pearls to replace the ones that had been destroyed in the fire. This gesture of maternal love and support provided some solace to the princess in the aftermath of the disaster. The fire was a terrifying and tragic event that could have easily claimed the princess's life. Her quick thinking and presence of mind, however, allowed her to escape with minimal injuries. Yet the emotional and material losses that she endured were significant, leaving a lasting impact on her and those close to her. The incident also highlights the dangers of the time, where even the simplest actions like lighting a candle could have catastrophic consequences. The faulty equipment, such as the broken water hose, further exacerbated the situation, underscoring the vulnerabilities and risks faced by even the most privileged individuals. In the years that followed, the fire became a sombering reminder of the fragility of life and the unpredictable nature of disasters. For Princess Beatrice, it was an event that marked her life, not only for the physical scars it may have left, but also for the emotional toll of losing treasured family heirlooms and the sheer terror of facing such a close brush with death.